Next up on WTV, members of Israeli Scouts on retreat, this week's edition of Real Talk, and today's Sports Minute. WTV's daily update starts now. Good morning, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Friday, February 16th, and I'm Kennedy Williams with another daily update brought to you by Wingspan TV. Several of the school's Jewish students are in California for a retreat as a part of the Israeli Scouts organization. WTV's Roy Nitzen has the details.
With less than 1% of the population in Texas being Israeli, the organization the Friends of the Israeli Scouts, or Tzofim, works to preserve the culture.
The Tzofim is the Israeli Scouts. It's part of the World Scout Organization, but it typically deals with the Israelis inside Israel, and here we're more with the Israelis that live outside of Israel. The goal of the Tzofim is to concentrate all the Israelis, children to Israelis that left Israel, and to teach them about the Israeli culture, the Jewish holidays, and to make them a community, to help them connect to Israel.
Formed in 1995, the Friends of the Israeli Scouts Tzofim encompasses programs which seek to educate its members, grades 4 through 9, develop self-confidence, leadership skills, and the desire to get involved in the community through educational programs, weekly meetings, camps, and other special activities. With less than 10 Jewish students estimated to be on campus, junior Yael Ben David takes comfort in having a local Tzofim chapter.
To me, personally, Israeli Scouts has sort of been like a haven, because not only have I learned about Israel, learned about more of my culture, my traditions, holidays that I wouldn't have known about if I hadn't been in Israeli Scouts. I've also found a place where I can relate to people that come from the same background as me or have the same background as me. And it's also a place where I found friends, and if I was having problems at home or at school, I would have people to talk to who understood where I was coming from a lot of the times in a way that people at school might not have understood me.
Able to enter Tzofim in 3rd grade, students are able to become counselors once they reach the 10th grade.
Well, it's a brand new responsibility because you're responsible for over 20 kids. Sometimes, and sometimes they don't even show up. So that's even more responsibility because you have to call their parents and say, why didn't you even show up?
There are Tzofim chapters all over the world, with 23 located in the United States and Canada, offering camps that usually last between 2 to 4 days.
So we have 2 camps. We have the winter camp and the summer camp. Basically, we have all kind of activities in the camp. It is help the kids to do activities of holidays. Every camp has its own unique style. We try to give them all kind of experience where they sleep outside of their houses, no parents, and they're only with their friends. So we grow their independence and the maturity of them. So we see a lot of difference between the kids before the camp and after the camp.
The benefit of the camps comes back to campus, providing those in Israeli Scouts a tight-knit group of support.
So having friends at school who also go to Israeli Scouts can be both sort of awkward and comforting. Like I said, having other Israelis in the school can sort of give me someone for me to relate to in a different way.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Roy Nitzen.
Apart from the major difficulty of playing basketball, recovering from a serious injury might be the hardest part to deal with. WTV's Zion Richardson takes a look.
Although there are a lot of hardships to go along with basketball, injuries can be the toughest. Junior Randy Thompson knows firsthand what it's like to be taken out of play from a torn ACL.
Not even a lie, I wanted to quit. After Coach Reedy kind of talked to me and told me that I should just to keep my head up and everything will be fine. After people would come to my house after surgery and stuff, and try to give me pep talks and stuff. I was kind of just I guess this is something I can get over. And as long as I keep working hard, I can be better than I was before.
Missing her sophomore season, Thompson was still supportive of her team and is now finally back playing the game she loves.
I had 2 injuries in a row, kind of, so I didn't play for about a year and a half. It was definitely really weird coming back into play. And even though I used to like sit and practice and watch everything that was going on, when I got back on the court, it was very confusing. I knew some of the plays, but it was just awkward being on the court.
Head coach Ross Rudy and the team had been there for Thompson during the whole process and continue to win and improve with her return.
You know, as far as having her back, obviously we're a lot more athletic. And the great thing about Randy is when she's back, it's not just that we get an extra player of her caliber, but everybody gets better. Our point production has gone up about 14 to 16 points per game. Some others' individual production has gone up just because of how much attention she draws, you know, day in and day out with other defensive game plans that we see. You know, and so in that respect, absolutely, we have a huge asset, one of the best players, you know, one of the best talents that we've ever had in our program, and we're certain that will continue, you know, as she gets more and more back to health and more physically in shape.
WTV, I'm Zion Richardson.
Swim and dive are competing in the state meet this weekend in Austin. WTV's Julia Savage has the outlook for their competition.
Practicing since the start of the school year, the boys and girls swim teams will be chasing championships all day today and tomorrow. For the boys team, attending state is something to be expected, but for the girls team, this is the first opportunity for them since 2012.
So the girls haven't made it in 6 years, and it's really cool that I'm a senior and get to go because I've just watched the boys get to go like my freshman through junior year. So I'm really excited that I get to bring some freshmen and I get to go my senior year, and it's a big moment.
Although the boys team attended state last year, one member on the team was not able to show off his skills.
It's very relieving to make state this year because I didn't make it last year because of a sickness, and yeah, I'm really excited but also nervous. And my goals for state is winning the 100 breasts, getting first, and also winning a relay.
Not only is the team excited for state, but the girls team in particular is excited at the possibility of beating past records.
The girls really deserve to, they've worked so hard this year and they really deserve all the recognition they can get, and I know they're really excited, and we are 0.14 seconds away from breaking our record from 2012, so we are ready to go and ready to just get in there and be one of the top teams in the state.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Julia Savage.
On this week's edition of Real Talk, WTV's Remy Williams hits the halls to ask students about Black Panther.
This is WTV's Remy Williams with this week's edition of Real Talk. And today we're going to hit the halls and ask students if they think Black Panther is more than just a movie. With this being the first Marvel movie with an all-black cast, do you think this will start a chain reaction?
Yes, I think that it's going to cause Marvel to realize that superheroes don't all have to be white, and there are going to be more movies with different races.
Yes, because I know that there are other Marvel characters that are different, that come from different backgrounds, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be other countries with different casts.
With Black Panther coming out the same month as Black History Month, do you think that's a coincidence?
No, I think they totally did it on purpose. I think it really helps bring Black culture together in general, and I think it's really good for us to just stand up and praise our culture and our awareness.
More than just a movie?
Yes, absolutely. I think it gives a lot of people representation and proud of who they are, who their race is, and their culture, just in general.
How excited are you for Black Panther?
I'm absolutely excited for Black Panther. Represent! Yes!
Black Panther coming out the same month as Black History Month. Do you think that's a coincidence?
I don't think it's necessarily a coincidence. It's that Marvel movies are becoming more popular, and a lot of people are, appreciating people of color and all that. So I think it was just a smart decision to release a new movie. It's becoming more popular, and I'm glad that they did that.
No, I think there's more to it. It's really important since there's mostly an all-black cast, and I think it's really good that they're coming out with it now instead of later during the year and in the summer.
This is WTV's Remy Williams.
Girls basketball competes in the second round of playoffs tonight, and wrestling takes on the regional meet. Here's today's Sports Minute.
Today, both the boys and girls swim team will be competing in the state meet at the Lee and Joe Jamal Texas Swimming Center in Austin. After not sending a female competitor to the state meet since 2012, the Redhawks are ending that streak and will be sending Julia Cole, Hannah Wynn, Lena Parks, and Mallory Showwater all to the meet, along with Jack Easton, Justin Jung, Jiwoo Oh, Noah Rose, and Austin Irvine, all to Austin looking to clinch team as well as their respective state titles. Along with swim, girls basketball will also be continuing their playoff run going into the second round, playing Texas High. The girls are going into the game after a strong by-district win against McKinney North. The game will take place at Willis Point and tip-off will be at 8 p.m. This has been Maddie D'Addario with Wingspan Sports.
Wrestling competed in the District 8 5A tournament last weekend, which has led to 11 Redhawks moving on to the Region 2 5A tournament today at Independence. After taking first in last week's match, juniors Precious Essien and Diego Lorenzo are among the 5 boys that advanced to the regional tournament. On the girls' side, with 3 first-place finishes in the district tournament from Savannah West, Jordan Johnson, and Ashton Stevens, the Redhawks are sending 6 girl wrestlers to the tournament today as well. Weigh-ins begin at 7:30 a.m. today, and wrestling will also continue tomorrow with weigh-ins at 8 a.m. For today's Sports Minute, this is Davis O'Brien.
If you're looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. WTV's Neha Paramala brings you today's announcements.
Swim competes in the state meet today at the Texas Swim Center in Austin. NHS applications are currently available in the front office, room C216 and room C215 for current sophomores and juniors interested in joining. Applications are due Friday, March 2nd. Return completed applications to Mrs. Bennett in room C216 or Mrs. Apps in room C215. Cheer tryouts are March 8th. All applications must be submitted by March 5th. If you have any questions, contact Coach Stevens in room E100. 2018-19 ISM applications are available now and are posted around the school and on the door of room E106. Reminder, students need to park in either the student parking lot or the band parking lot and not in any of the lots north of the school between the main building and the field house and tennis courts. Today's featured profile on Black History Month is Frederick Douglass. Abolitionist leader Frederick Douglass was born into slavery sometime around 1818 in Talbot County, Maryland. He became one of the most famous intellectuals of his time, advising presidents and lecturing to thousands on a range of causes, including women's rights and Irish home rule. Among Douglass's writings are several autobiographies eloquently describing his experiences in slavery and his life after the Civil War, including the well-known work narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass, an American slave.
That's it for today's Daily Update. This has been Kennedy Williams for Wingspan TV.